Okay, now you can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in our last lecture, we were discussing about the regulation, right? The variation in the DC output voltage as a function of DC load current is called as regulation. And the percentage of regulation is given by this equation: voltage at no load minus voltage at full load divided by voltage at full load multiplied by 100. Okay. So now we will see okay. You see for half wave rectifier. Or voltage regulation. Okay. So we know that IDC. How much is the value for the IDC in a half wave rectifier? Already we have calculated, if you remember, IDC, this Im by pi, equation number 2. So it is Im by pi. Now, see what is this Im? If you see like this is your Im. Okay. And see, in a rectifier, suppose this is a half wave rectifier. Here we have connected some load, right? So this IDC is the DC current which is flowing through this. And this is given by Im by pi. Okay. Now, since Im will be represented by Im, see, you apply the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So I is equal to V by R. So we are talking about Im. So this will be Im is equal to Vm, peak voltage, divided by resistance. So what are the resistance which will come here in this path? This is load resistance, and for the diode we have the forward resistance RF. RF is the forward resistance of the diode when diode is forward bias. So when the diode is forward bias, then only this IDC is flowing here. So you can write this Vm by total resistance is Rf in series with RL, right? So you can write the Rm in this way. So since Im is equal to Vm by Rf plus RL, right? So we call this equation 1 and this is my 2 equation, right? So from 1 and 2 I can write IDC as IDC is equal to, for IM I will put this value, IM is second, right? So you can, or here we will write put value of IM from 2 in 1, right? So IDC will be Vm by pi Rf plus RL, right? Now what I will do, this Rf plus RL, this I will multiply it by IDC this side. So you can write this equation as IDC Rf plus RL is equal to Vm by pi, or we will open this bracket, so we will get IDC Rf plus IDC RL is equal to Vm by pi, or you can write it as IDC RL is equal to Vm by pi minus IDC RF. Okay, and IDC RL, what is IDC RL? Right, this IDC current flowing through this RL. So this is your VDC, right? So this is equal to your VDC, right? So you can write VDC is equal to Vm by pi minus IDC RF, right? This equation. So this equation is used to calculate the percentage of regulation in case of half wave rectifier. Okay. So for no load, no load means we have not connected any resistance, load resistance. So if, see here, in this diagram, if load resistance is not there, then this IDC will not flow. So if this will not flow, then in equation number 3, here you can keep IDC 0. So what voltage you will get for no load, since IDC is 0, therefore VDC is equal to Vm by pi, right? So this is the voltage at no load. Okay. Now if you connect the resistance, load here, right, then what will happen? IDC will flow. Okay, so when the IDC will flow, then IDC into RF means whatever voltage is dropped here, this, what is this voltage? This is IDC minus IDC multiplied by RF. This is the voltage. So this voltage you subtract from Vm by pi, then you will get the voltage at full load, right? Then from that you can calculate the percentage of regulation, right? So depending upon the load RL, how much load you have connected, the value of IDC will be different, right? So the voltage across this diode resistor will be different, and accordingly you will get different percentage of regulation depending upon the load. Okay, right? So in this way you can calculate the things. So I will take here one simple example. Okay, I will take here one simple numerical. Suppose we are having one half wave rectifier. Okay, so here we have connected a load resistance RL, and let us assume its value is 1 kilo ohm, right? And this diode, its resistance, forward resistance is suppose 20 ohm, right? Okay. And here we are having a voltage Vi, right? And the RMS value, whatever voltage you are having here at the secondary, so VRMS of this voltage is 110 volt, right? So RMS voltage at the secondary we are getting 110 volt. Okay, so now suppose we have to calculate peak load current. We have to calculate this peak load current, right? So what is the formula to calculate this peak load current? you can calculate it by using this IM. Means basically we want to calculate peak load current, means we want to calculate IM. So IM you can calculate by VM divided by RF plus RL. Right? Both of these resistance will come in the picture. So you can calculate that. Now what is the value of VM? So VM, how we can calculate? Since VRMS is equal to VM, peak voltage divided by root 2, right? Because here this VI is this AC and its RMS value is given. RMS value of this AC is given. So what is the value of this VM? So this you can calculate from here. So VM will be root 2 multiplied by VRMS, right? And this will be VRMS is 110. So if you calculate this, I have already done the calculation for this. If you will calculate this, then its value will be 154 volt. So VM is calculated. So now we will put this VM in this first expression. So therefore IM is equal to 154 volt divided by RF plus RL. RL is 1K. 1K means 1000 ohm and RF is 20 ohm. So it is 1020 ohm. This is IM, peak current. So if we calculate this, then we will get a current value that I will calculate it. It is 0.15098 ampere, or generally we mention this in milliampere. So it is 150.98 milliampere. So I can write it in round figure, 151 milliampere, right? So this is the value of IM, peak current. Okay. Now second thing, if we want to calculate, suppose DC load current. DC load current is IDC. Right. So already for half wave rectifier we have calculated this IDC formula. IDC is equal to, so you see this IDC we already calculated. Yes, this equation number 2, it is IM by pi, right? So it is IM by pi. IM we have already calculated in this section, 151 milliampere divided by pi. So we will get here 151 milliampere divided by 3.14, which is the standard value of pi. So from here, if we calculate, we will get 48.1 milliampere, right? So this is the value of IDC. Now, suppose if you want to calculate AC load current. So this AC load current is IRMS, and how much it is? It is IM by 2. See here, this see RMS value VM. If IRMS of this, this is V in. This is V in. But when I am talking about load current, AC load current, means the current which is passing through the RL and AC value of that will be different from this, right? Because see, at the output, if you find, you will get the rectified output in this way. In this way you will get. So what is the value of RMS value of this load current in one cycle? That is the load current AC value. Okay, so that you can find. Already we have calculated this also earlier example. If you see, for half wave rectifier, this, it is IM by 2, right? See, for a sine wave, the RMS value will be Im by root 2. But here we are talking about the AC current in the load of a half wave rectifier. So its value is Im by 2. So simply we will put this Im by 2, right? So Im already we have calculated. It is 151 milliampere. So 151 milliampere divided by 2, and with this we will get this value, AC load current, IRMS, and its value is 75.5 milliampere. Okay. Now we have to find out the percentage of regulation. Percentage of regulation, right? So now we know that since VDC is equal to VM by pi minus IDC RF, right? Already for the half wave rectifier, what is the percentage of regulation? This already we have calculated here. This expression number 3, VDC is equal to VM by pi minus IDC RF, right? So here voltage at no load. Voltage at no load means RL is not there. Then what will be the output voltage here? If RL is not there, then there is no IDC flowing in this circuit. So you can calculate V voltage at no load can be calculated. Calculated by putting IDC is equal to 0, right? In above equation. In above equation. So we will get VDC is equal to VM, or VDC means this is voltage at no load. I will write here. This is voltage at no load. So this is VM by pi, right? So VM, already we have calculated VM earlier. What is VM? VM we have calculated. Yes, 154. So it is 154 volt divided by pi. So if you put the value of pi, then we will get this voltage at no load value. And this will come 49 volt, right? Now we will find this voltage at no load. Now we will see voltage at full load. And this will be equal to Vm minus pi, same expression, minus I DC RF. So in this we will put the value of IDC now, because now what we have done, now we have connected RL resistor for calculating the voltage at full load. So what will happen if RL is there, then current IDC will start flowing. So IDC value we have calculated 48.1 milliampere, right? That we will use here in this expression. So Vm by pi already we have calculated, it is 49 volt. So it is 49 volt minus IDC. IDC we have calculated how much? 48.1 milliampere. 48.1 milliampere, it is in milliampere, right? So I will write it in ampere. So into 10 raised to the power minus 3 multiplied by RF. RF is 20 ohm. Forward resistance of the diode, it is 20 ohm, right? So if we calculate this, then we will get 49 volt minus this part. After calculation, it will come 0.962. Yes sir. It is same. It is same now.
This is online, sir.
Online? Where was the online? Nobody contacted online. It is, she came offline only, na? It is same date, yeah. September, October, November, December. Offline and online, it is same, na?
No, correct. That is same only. Actually, in that these September, October, some
Huh.
days they are coming from home, some days they are coming to college, alternate or sometimes.
No, they are coming always. No.
No, always, if
Mhm.
they interact with you with the online means, we can write.
Online, she not interacted. Maybe with Murli, she might have interacted with Murli.
No, so you written this one, no?
I wrote this. She interacted at this time. There was an exam, right?
The full September.
In September there was exams, right?
Number
After
of
that,
students reported to the college for project, maybe discussions or somewhere.
I asked her to bring this record from the register. She is taking from register, na? From register she has given. All these students came like this only. I don't know. She has also taken from the register only. So what do you want? Shall I increase it?
Like this, you can increase.
Offline, there was no.
Other 2 hours like that.
And here, how it is possible? Here, offline also, so December 7 days offline interaction and online also. Oh, yeah, December totally online, offline. December is how December offline, where is the interaction offline? MTech students, they are coming regularly only, na?
Yeah.
How this is possible? I will write here a few days is in exam around, okay, I will write 10 days. Right? This also I will write. How much?
14 you can write.
14, right. Okay. See, December and November, all these are offline only. Students are coming offline. How they have written all online?
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, so here, if we subtract this, then we will get 48.03 volt. So now you see here, when there is no load, at that time you are getting 49 volt, right? And when there is full load, we are getting 48.03 volt. So voltage has been reduced the moment you connect the resistor. See here in this diagram, if you will not connect this resistor, at that time you will get the voltage at no load. So it is coming 49 volt. The moment you connect the resistor here, RL, load resistor, immediately the output voltage will decrease, right? And that is your voltage, means voltage at full load you will get. So voltage at full load is 48.03, right? You just think about the situation. If you are having a mobile charger, right? So you connect the mobile charger in your AC supply, and you don't connect the mobile with that charger. At that time you will get the voltage. If you measure the voltage at the lead of your charger, then you will get a voltage at no load, right? The moment you connect a mobile phone with your charger, then what will happen? Immediately the load, mobile load is connected there, so voltage will drop, and that is your voltage at full load. Ideally there should not be drop in the voltage when we connect some load, ideally, but it is not happen in ideal case, means in normal practical case. In practically, always there is a drop in the voltage. So you calculate voltage at no load and voltage at full load. Then you apply this formula for percentage of voltage regulation. So already in last class we discussed this formula. So the formula is voltage at no load minus voltage at full load divide by voltage at full load multiplied by 100, and it will come in percentage. So if you see voltage at no load, how much it is? 49, and full load 48.03. So we will put this value here, 49 volt minus 48.03. 03 volt divide by 48.03 volt, multiply it by 100 percentage, right? So if you calculate this, then its value is coming 2%. So voltage regulation is 2%, right? Ideally it should not be there. Okay, ideally it should not be there, but in practical you will find there is a dip in the voltage whenever you connect the load. So in this way you can calculate this voltage at percentage of regulation, right? Okay, then fifth part, if you want to calculate the efficiency. No, efficiency is already we have calculated. It is 41 point something. This ripple factor. Ripple factor is already we have calculated directly. Okay, we see this efficiency first. Efficiency of half wave rectifier. See here, we have calculated efficiency of half wave rectifier in last report. Say ripple factor already we calculated 1.21. Now efficiency here you see. Efficiency we calculated 40.5 percentage. This is 40.5%. But if you want to calculate for this half wave rectifier, then you can use this formula. You find the PDC and PAC value. PDC is IDC square RL. PAC is I RMS square RL plus RL. Right? If you calculate those values with the values which we have calculated, then you can find out the this rectifier efficiency also, right? So I will show you this. PDC, DC power, output power is I DC square into RL, right? And PAC, AC input power. So AC input power will be I RMS square. For AC only, for AC you will get diode resistance also, it will come in the picture, and load resistance both. For DC output power, only load resistor will be there. So here what you can do, IDC, already we have calculated IDC value. IDC value we have calculated 48.1 milliampere. So 48.1 milliampere, and RL is 1 kilo ohm. So you will get here 48.1 milliampere whole square multiplied by RL. RL I will write in ohm. This is in ohm. And this also milliampere, in place of milliampere, you write it in ampere, then you will get the value in watt, right? So I will write it in, so into 10 raised to the power minus 3, right? So I have already done the calculation for this, and the calculation value is 2.3 watt. Same way for PAC. IRMS value we have already calculated. IRMS we have calculated here. What is IRMS? Yes, this one, third point, 77.5 milliampere. Okay, so I will use this value, 75. 75.5. 75.5. It is in milliampere, so I will write it in ampere. 10 minus 3 whole square multiplied by RF plus RL. RF is 20. RF is 20 ohm. RL is 1000 ohm. So it is 1020 ohm. So already I have done the calculation for this, and its value is coming 5.8 watt. So AC input is 5.8 watt, and output is DC output is 2.3 watt, right? So with this you can calculate the efficiency. So therefore efficiency is P DC by P AC, and here it will come as 40%, right? If you put, so it is coming 40%. So whatever we calculated earlier for journal half wave rectifier, efficiency, you see we calculated earlier how much it is, this 40.5. So but for actually for this circuit for which we are discussing, it is coming around 40%, right? So in this way you can do the various calculations. Okay, so by this I shall end this. How many students are there? 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 14, 15, 16, 17 are there.